Good chance you weren't born with it. Good chance you didn't get it when you grew up. But whatever was. It doesn't matter. You have to have mental toughness. Some people have it more in their blood, and some people need to work on it more. Hi, welcome. What an honor to have you on the channel. I believe that in life we are here to serve a purpose greater than ourselves. But in order to do that the best way, we must start with investing in ourselves. I believe in you, and this channel is going to give you tools to help you overcome your challenges and light your path. Let's start. I'm a person that a lot of times I'll give a lot of thought to what other people think. Now, when it's people that are close to me, it's fine. I'll always hear their opinion and I'll see if there's something I want to take from there or learn. Usually there will be. Sometimes it will be something I'll implement this time or a different time. But what I realized through life that I used to also give a lot of weight to what people say or think, and I used to give that much weight that used to hold me back. Now I'm still working on it. I'm a human being, of course. But what I saw was, for example, in training, there were days that I'm telling you I just didn't want to get up. They beat the crap out of us and I was done. Or I remember there were nights where we were navigating with heavy weight on our back and I was with crazy pain and I had enough. Enough was enough. I even thought to quit. I told myself it's not worth my health. And in those times I learned to persevere through the pain, just to try a little bit more, just to continue a little bit more. And whatever people told me in training, sometimes your commanders bully you. Don't take it personal. And not taking it personal is something that I also took later on in life. It could be we work on a really great deal and then it doesn't close. Or I call 20 different people in order to pursue to a new deal and none of them is interested. Or they think that whatever I'm doing is not good. When you give too much opinion to what other people think, especially if it's people that you don't care about, you're locking yourself in a jail because you're dependent on other people. Again, if it's people you value their opinion, I'm all in for talking with other people you value their opinion, people who got to wherever you want to get. It's a must. Don't try to do it alone. I tried, wasn't so smart. Listen to other people, but don't let them decide for you. You can gather all their information and then decide whatever you want. And when someone tells you something that is in order to hurt you, there's no reason to listen. That person is going through something, has nothing to do with you, and you came their way, so they're basically taking it out on you. So we'll divide it. If someone comes to help you, wants to move you forward, take you to the next step, listen and you make the decision. If it's someone that wants to hurt you, this is the place that you need to put it aside. Let's take another example. If every time someone tells you no, or someone says something that can hurt you, you won't move in life. So maybe it's better, you lock yourself in the room, because from the second that you walk out of your door, maybe even before that, you'll go through challenges. Those challenges are lessons that you can grow from. And if you bring them as a stop sign and then you move forward, that's fine, because you stop, look left and right and you learn, you see if there's someone coming and you move forward. But if it's a stop sign that you stop and you don't move, you're only going to make it a lot harder, because sitting in place basically means moving back. So whatever it is you have in life, you should work on your mental toughness. Mental toughness means pursuing even though there's a challenge. That's what I mean, at least. So whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a business, whether it's your health, whether it's sport, whatever it is, you have to continue. Always, when I do exercise, I always try to do a little bit more than what I was planning. So let's say I'll go up a pull-up, I'll go up, and whatever number it is I'm supposed to be done, I'll leave and then I'll go up again. Always do a little bit more. You have to practice that skill, I'll say that muscle of going a little bit out of your comfort zone. But before we get to the solutions, how to develop that skill of mental toughness, you need to understand it's not that you were born with it or not born with it. You can develop it. Some people will develop it and it would be easier for them. It won't be easy for anyone, but I'll say less hard. For some people it would be harder. But when you develop that mental toughness, it doesn't mean that you become a beast with this serious face that never smiles. No, it means that when you have a challenge, yeah, you might now become a beast. You'll know when to be the beast. When you have that challenge, you'll face it. You'll come and you'll walk through it. You'll overcome it. When you have a challenge with yourself, nothing to do with other people, again, you'll develop that mental toughness that won't stop you. There's a saying, persist through the dip. There's going to be that dip. Now, in order to cross it and to grow from there, you have to develop that mental toughness. Now that you understand the importance of that mental toughness and developing that quality, let's talk about a few different ways that you could acquire it. So, number one, like we spoke about before, always do a little bit more than what you were planning. Always, take yourself to the edge, not fall down, but sometimes you also fall down, but just a little bit more. If it's exercise, so do a little bit more than what you were planning. If it's in, maybe it's funny, but sleep a little bit more. Sleep is not funny. Sleep is a serious conversation. We're going to talk about that a lot. If it's now your relationship and you have an argument and you want to talk and just explode, wait an hour, take a deep breath. Now come and talk. So always stretch yourself just a little bit more. That would help you grow. It would help you with basically being stronger, whatever field it is. If you always stretch a little bit more than what you think you can do. Number two, which is actually maybe even number one before what we were talking about, stretching a little bit more, is believe in yourself, connect to yourself. The moment you believe in yourself, that you're connected to yourself, and it doesn't really matter what other people think. Again, always take advice. But you realize that has to do with them. You're totally okay with the person you are. You always strive for more. But you believe in yourself and your capability to go through any challenge there is. So when you connect more to yourself, what happens? You learn more skills that you had. They were always there, but now you basically discover them. You never knew they were there. When a baby is born, he didn't know he's going to walk in a year and a half, whatever it is. He tried, he fell, he tried, he fell, he tried, he fell again, and then eventually he walked. So really, really, really important, connect to yourself. That's a must. Connect to yourself, believe in yourself. We'll put that as number one, and after that, number two is what we said before. Stretch a little bit more than what you think you can. Number three, change the meaning of whatever it is that happened to you. A lot of times in life, you'll go through something and you'll give it a certain meaning that is here to hurt you. Whatever meaning you give a meaning that is here to serve you. Because otherwise you might create a whole situation that never really happened. For example, you could talk to someone in your work, in your office, and they say to you, hey, good morning, why didn't you come yesterday? Now, before anything happened, you're telling yourself, wait, why is he asking why didn't I come yesterday? Do they know where I was yesterday? That I had a really busy day and a crazy day and I really had no time to come for something else? And you start creating this whole picture in your mind and this whole situation that you think that this person is coming to kind of attack you, asking, why didn't you come yesterday? Maybe change that meaning. Maybe they're coming from a place of care. That, why weren't you there yesterday? Can we do anything to help? So you realize that's a total different way of viewing what happened. You could say, okay, he's criticizing me or she's criticizing me, why I wasn't there yesterday. And then what happens? You become angry. Then you're in a place of anger or you're in a place of resistance. You're in a place that is not good for you. And then your reaction will usually also be a reaction that doesn't fit at all what the person said. Maybe you can, like we said, change that meaning, and maybe they asked from a different place of caring and they want the best for me, and then my reaction and my feeling will be totally different. Now, changing that meaning is really crucial because the meaning is the meaning you give. Even if someone is upset at you, you could give it to a different meaning. That person is upset. Well, he's not upset at me or she's not upset at me. They went through something challenging and I'm here now in their way. So changing the meaning is really crucial. Number 4, whatever it is you're going through, take it in proportion. There's a saying, your nightmare is someone else's dream. Okay? You might be going through something that is challenging, but when you take something in proportion, it will a lot of times help you to find the solution. Why? Because a lot of times you'll turn this challenge into something that is, I can't do it. It's too much for me. It's way too much. And then when you take a step back and you realize, okay, let's break it into steps. Maybe it's not that bad like I think it is. Deep breath. Okay, let's look at it again. And now, if you still think it's big, fine. Break it into small steps, really small steps. What's the next small step you can do? If you realize it's not that big, perfect. But the point is that you're taking action, okay? You're doing something. You're not letting it to paralyze you and stay in your place. Now, number 5, which is the most important, you have to always be in movement. What does that mean, always be in movement? Always push forward, whatever it is. You have challenges in your life. For sure you have challenges, that's life. But you want to learn from those challenges. You want to implement that learning and always push forward. When you push forward, you might fall, but then you could get up, Fall and get up. Always be in a place, a state of mind of pushing forward. Be connected to yourself. When you're connected to yourself, you realize you have a lot more than what you think. When you see you have a lot more than what you think, you could use those tools to always push and push forward. So remember, life is going to have challenges. If you're going to create this mental toughness, it would help you overcome these challenges and basically thrive from there. If you don't develop that, these challenges might be a stop sign and you'll stop in your place. You only feel miserable. So I recommend you take those 5 steps. Believe in yourself. You have inside you so much that you still didn't discover. It's a must. After you believe in yourself, number 2, go out of that comfort zone. Go out, stretch just a little bit more. Number 3, change that meaning. Change the meaning. You have to change the meaning because that could change your whole life. Number 4, take in proportion and small steps. And number 5 is when you move, when you're in the move, you learn. And when you learn, you could right now take that learning and just push forward. I believe in you. You can create that mental toughness. Learn all of these things together and just learn to push forward. After you push forward, you'll only grow, believe me. Good chance you weren't born with it. Good chance you didn't get it when you grew up. But whatever was. It doesn't matter. You have to have mental toughness. Some people have it more in their blood and some people need to work on it more. No one was born with it. This is something that you create through life. It's not a born skill that either you have it or you don't. You can work on it. If you do not work on it, you're going to be in a jail of yourself, because you're going to be dependent on what other people think of you. And every little word people will say, you'll stop. You'll say, okay, maybe I should move forward. Maybe I should stop. They think it's not right. When you're dependent on someone else's thought and that's what's holding you back because someone else thinks you shouldn't do something, you're locking yourself down. This is going to be one of the most important skills. It's a must. It's not an option. If you do not do this, your life is going to be way harder. Now, just as a reminder, pushing forward and being mentally tough is great. It could help you overcome your challenges and grow. I'm totally with that. But what we wanted then is to smile. Well, challenges, when we're there, we're tough. We could also smile then. But we want also some things in our life that bring us joy. It would bring us joy when we overcome those challenges. With that mental toughness, then we'll also smile. So don't forget that smile. It's important, but just know when you should use it.